Good morning, children. We will start session 3 on chapter data handling. So in today's class, we will study about pie chart, or we call that as a circle graph. So that is one of the another form of representing the data, what we know or what has been collected. So in the previous sessions, we understood about bar graph, double bar graph. We only understood that in terms and definitions. You can again as well go through the worked examples. We understood about histogram, and pictograph was again as a worked example what we understood. So in today's class, it is pie chart or circle graph we will understand. That means how do we represent the given data in terms of a circle graph. I mean, graph is in the form of a circle. You can do this in your notebook only. Graph paper is not required. So what we do here in the circle graph is, we know that angle at the center of the circle is 360 degrees. So with that measurement and with what data is given, we calculate the central angle of the circle. Now we know that central angle, now sum of the central angle is 360 degree, but every part what angle we get here, right? So these angle measurements put together, we get that as a pie chart. We represent each section, or we can say we represent each sector of a graph as a circle graph. This portion is called as a sector, a region divided or region covered by two radii of a circle is called as a sector, where each sector will represent one central angle. Such many sectors will represent several central angles. Put together, we get that as a 360 degrees. Let's learn that how to draw the circle graph or a pie chart from the examples itself. We'll go with the first one. Exercise 5.2. The first one, they have already given you the pie chart. So as it is given, let's draw this. Circle, you can take any measurement, say about a 4 or a 4.5 centimeter. I think that would be more than enough to draw. So, okay, so this is semi-classical, which is 20%. It's given in terms of percent actually. Classical 10%, folk 30%, and this is light music, which is 40%. Okay. First one, a survey was made to find the type of music that a certain group of young people like in a city. Adjoining pie chart shows the findings in the survey. From this pie chart, answer the following. First one, if 20 people liked classical music, how many young people were surveyed? First of all, we need to know that total how many people were surveyed. There are 20 people who liked classical music. Here I have 10%. If I know that 10% of how many actually know total, I will get answer as 20. That's the thing. But I don't know how many were surveyed. So this X unknown part I have to find out first. Because if I see 10% of this total crowd is nothing but 20, what I am getting. But what is that total crowd? Those people who liked it, that X we have to find out. Very clear about the question here. So let's try. Suppose X young people were surveyed. Okay, number of people surveyed were X. X number of people were surveyed. Let us just assume that. Then number of young people who liked classical music were 10% of x, that is equal to 20. Is this correct? What I have written? Same as my explanation. What is 10% written as? 10 by 100 into x is equal to 20. 0, 0. X is equal to 20 into 10. X is equal to 200. Therefore, how many were surveyed, children? That means 200 people were surveyed. Number of young people surveyed were 200. Fine. The first part is very clear. Second part, what they are asking? Which type of music is liked by maximum number of people? Percentage is given. Let that be. They have just asked. Looking at the chart, anybody can tell. Light music. That's all the answer. Is liked by maximum number of people. Right? And the last one. I'll just erase this part here. And the third one. If a cassette company were to make 1000 CDs, how many each type would they make? Now they were to make 1000 CDs, okay? Then how many each type would they make? They will make the number of CDs keeping in mind that how many will like what? Only those many number of CDs will be done. So let us first of all write that. First is what we will take here, children. Let's take semi-classical. Number of CDs. So semi-classical will be made how many? 20% of 1000. 20 by 100 into 1000. 2 zeros, 2 zeros. So there will be 200 semi-classical CDs done. Next is what? Classical. 10% of 1000. 10 by 100 into 1000. So there will be 100 classical CDs done. Next is what we have? Folk. Folk is 30. 30% of 1000. 30 by 100 into 1000. 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 300. Next is what? Light. And add and see if you want. 200 plus 100 plus 300 plus this light. You will get 1000 CDs only. How many light cassette CDs, light music CDs were done? 40% of 1000. And this should be the maximum. 40 by 100 into 1000. So this is 400. Right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1000 CDs were done. This is what you do it. So first one is very simple, where they have not asked to draw anything because the figure was already given. Let's go to the next one, where we have to draw the pie chart. So, second one, a group of 360 people were asked to vote for their favorite season from 3 seasons. So, season, if anybody would be asked now, children, see, initially we all know that there were 3 seasons, summer, rainy and winter, but I think this year it is rainy, rainy and rainy. We had summer season, then we had rainy season, and again we are having rainy season. There is no third season at all because rainy season is continued throughout, right? So I think we have only 2 seasons. Summer, rainy, rainy, again winter with rainy we have. Because this year there is no, there is no this one of rains being stopped. So season we have summer, then we have rainy, and then we have winter. Number of votes, this should be the tabular column, 90, 120 and 150. So total votes is how many? 360. Okay. Now the thing is here, we will write that, but the last thing is we have to draw the pie chart. Now let me teach you to draw the pie chart. So in textbook wise, first I will teach you the simple method what the textbook says, and then otherwise one basic formula which we apply for the pie chart. Now what your textbook tells here is, first of all calculate the fraction. Whatever is given, calculate its fraction. So how fraction is calculated? Fraction is calculated nothing by given data by total. This is the fraction is 90 by 360. So 9 0 and 0, 9 1s are 9 4s are. Then we have 120 by 360. 12 1s are 12 3s are. Then we have 150 by 360. So this is 1 by 12. Sorry, not 1 by 12, 5 by 12. Yeah. We got the fraction here. Our next thing is to find the central angle. So central angle is found by, formula is whatever fraction you take here, that fraction into 360. See here total is 360, that is different. Central angle formula is the fraction into 360 always. When we see that 140, 1/4 of 360, we actually get 90 only answer. Here in this case we are getting like that, but that will not happen in all the cases, children, remember. So this is 1 by 3 into 120. So, sorry, 1 by 3 into 360. So you get answer as 120. 5 by 12 into 360. So you get answer as 150. Total will be 360. That means this central angle what you are going to plot it. This is the actual thing how they have given in the book. In case if you don't want to find fraction, directly go for central angle. So what will you do actually at that time? One formula I will give you for central angle. Always, if you want to skip this step. Central angle is equal to data. Data is always the given number, children, divided by total. What is data divided by total? Data divided by total is nothing but fraction. Okay? Into 360. Remember this. Directly you will arrive at this. That's also correct. But always learn to write in formulas. Give the heading what you are actually using. It's the same thing. What is data by total? This only. Into 360 I am doing, but I am calculating that at once. But this method, this way, they have given in your textbook, so even I have done it to tell you this is so and so. It's up to you what you want to choose and do. I hope this is very clear, right? I will just erase this so that I can have a pie chart very clearly. Please make a note of this, and this is done in the book itself, not a graph book. Let me run this. Okay. What is the question they have asked here now? Which season got most votes? Winter season. Simple answer. Winter season got most votes. Just write the answer as winter. Complete that sentence and write it. Over. Second one. Find the central angle of each sector. We have already done the table, right? You can do it here and or you can do it in the beginning. Or after this question, do that tabular column, what I had done just now, left to you. Draw the pie chart to show this information. Okay, now pie chart, the circle I will just have a rough figure here. Okay, looking like a circle with a center point, what I have to always consider. Now, what should be the radius of the circle, children? It's up to you. Pick an appropriate radius which looks neat. Don't draw a very small circle. Let me just make a note of the angles here. So, first angle was 90, 120, 150. Now, the question is, which angle should I plot first? Should I sometimes just imagine that the first angle is just 270 something. Assume that that was an angle. How should I plot 270 at the beginning itself? It is not compulsory that you have to draw that angle only first. Choose conveniently whichever angle you want, okay, among the given thing. From there we will start. If I am choosing this is first, this is second, this will be third. That doesn't matter. It comes in the chart only, it's a representation. Always draw, you will mark a center. After marking a center, I want you all to draw a radius of the circle. That's more and more important. Radius of the circle should be drawn. So it will be very easy for you to proceed further. That's all. Draw this much, keep it ready. Now see what angles have they asked. First angle I choose 90 only. Now I hope you all know how to use protractor, mark angles. This line in the protractor should coincide with the radius of that line, and the center point of the protractor should meet the circle center. Basic things of the protractor, but still I am teaching you. 90 degree. See, basically what we do for 90 degree, let us take a scale and draw a straight line. 99% it will be correct, but still 0.1% sometimes you might slightly miss it. So better use a protractor and do it. How much time? Another 2-3 seconds extra it will take for you, right? So 90 degree it is. Mark. Afterwards we'll note what season it is. Next. What is my next angle, children? 120. Now what is my base? This is my base. My protractor line should coincide with this, okay, and my center should come again here. Now 120 degree is a obtuse angle. It should come below 90 or above 90, that you decide, because I have seen children marking wrong obtuse angle always. So 120, because in protractor you have even 120 here also, you have here also, but this will become acute, that is 60 degree even here. See, this is 90, it should go beyond 90, so 120 will come here. This was 90, this is 120. See, always remember, now this is your base, this is 90 degree. If 120 will come this way or 120 will fall like this, it always falls greater, right? If you are holding your protractor like this, I mean your 90 is here, that time 90 will come here or 90 will come here. Always see that it should go beyond 90. That's your understanding. Whenever you draw, just imagine where my 90 degree will come. Based on that, see your 120 degrees. Done? Now last angle you need not measure only. It has to be 150. Check with the protractor if you want. What should be your base? This should be your base. And this should be the center point. Exactly it is marking at 150. Oh, my this is missed here. Okay. This definitely it has to miss because my circle is not with the appropriate radius what I have drawn. So I hope this is very clear how to draw this part. Now it's up to you. You want to share this, put dots, put lines, but do not decorate, over decorate such a way that you cannot see what you have written inside, right? So slight lines or something can be drawn. Let us first mark. This is summer. This is rainy. And this is winter. Still you want to represent it. Draw small boxes here. 3 boxes now. 3 we have. 3 seasons we have. Whatever lines you have drawn. I have drawn like this. I have drawn like this here. I have drawn like waves here. Something. So summer is nothing but lines. This is rainy. And last is winter, waves. You can just represent it. So very clear what to do here. Okay. So we'll go with the fourth one. So fourth question, what we will first do is, see, whenever they have given us degrees, that means they have also find us in one or the other part to find the angles. Instead of calculating it for one, we will just finish calculating it as a tabular column. Easy for us to write also. Directly we can have an answer. We need not need any explanation. Oh, once again, I think I missed the another one. Yeah, I missed the third one, children. First we'll finish the third one. Draw a pie chart showing the following information. The table shows the colors preferred by a group of people. I'll mark this for homework. I will just give you the tabular part, what is to be done here. So, first is blue, or first is colors. So, this is blue, green, red, and yellow. Number of people. 18, 9, 6, 3. You want fraction or directly central angle? Shall we do directly central angle? Central angle. We'll mention the formula, which is nothing but data given by total into 360. So first of all, let us find the total here is 1896. So total is 36. So each data is 18 divided by 36 into 360. So 36 ones are 36 tens are. Angle is 180. Isn't this very simple, children, here? Because one more table you have to calculate, again multiply. Instead that will get answer here only. Next, 9 by 36 into 360. Tens are 90 degrees you have to write. 6 by 36 into 360. Tens are 60 degree. 3 by 36 into 360. But whatever you do here, mention that in the formula. Is equal to tens are 30 degree. Yeah, done. Not calculate for this. So we got a rough idea I will give you here. So first I will draw my radius. After drawing radius, it's 180 degree. 180 degree is nothing but a straight line. Draw a diameter. This is 180. I told I'll give it to you, but I am only doing. It's very simple. 90 degree. Take a protractor, draw 90 degree. Next, draw 60 degree. Automatically this has to be 30 degree. Oh, okay. I will not do anything further markings. You do that. I don't think they have asked also anything here to be written. No, that's all it's mentioned. We'll quickly move on to the fourth one. Fifth one, I will not solve anything. Fifth one is completely a homework for you. You have to write this tabular column also by yourself. Now here I have given you how to make central angle. So homework I will write off here, children. Third one and fifth one. Fourth one we will do it now. Okay. So the adjoining pie chart. So let's have a pie chart accordingly what they have given. This is the pie chart. So center of a circle. This is 90. This is mathematics. Degree. Then we have 55 for English. Then we have 70 degree for Hindi. Then we have 80 degree for science. And we have 65 degree for social science. Okay. So adjoining pie chart gives the marks scored in the examination by the student. English, Hindi, mathematics, social science and science. If the total marks obtained by the students were, you just make a note of this, total marks obtained by the students were 540, answer the following questions. In which subject did the students score 105 marks? In which marks is 105? So in which subject did the student score 105 marks? So what they have given here is, for hint they have given here, see, for 540 marks the central angle is 360. Let's go with this. For total marks. Total marks it is 360, correct? For 540 marks, central angle, the complete angle, what you can say here is 360 degree. For 105 marks, what is the central angle? So this is 105 into 360 divided by 540. 0 and 0. 6 6 are 6 9s are. So 3 2s are, 3 3s are, 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are. 35 2s are 70 degree. That is nothing but Hindi. So what was the question here? In which subject did the students score 105? In Hindi subject, student scored 105 marks. Okay, second one. For how many more marks were obtained by student in mathematics than Hindi? For that, first we have to find mathematics marks, because Hindi marks we know. Let's first find mathematics marks. To find mathematics marks, we don't have a tabular column, but we know the formula, children. What is the formula? To calculate the data. Mathematics marks is nothing but data here. How to calculate that? The formula is central angle is equal to, how do you find central angle? Data divided by total into 360. That is why I made you understand that whole concept by this formula. Central angle is equal to, as it is, okay, sorry, central angle we know. What is central angle for mathematics here? 90 is equal to, what is data here? Nothing but marks divided by, what is total? 540 into 360. 0 0, 6 6 are, 6 9s are, 3 2s are, 3 3s are. Cross multiply. 90 into 3 divided by 2, that is equal to marks. 2 1s are, 2 45s are. So I'll write it here. So mathematics marks is equal to 45 3s are, 3 5s are 15, 12, so 135. So these are mathematics marks. But the data is asking by how much more marks they have scored in mathematics than Hindi. Simple. So 135 minus 105. What you can write here is, by 30 marks a student obtained, or you can say by how many more marks were obtained in a student mathematics than in Hindi. 30 marks were obtained more by a student in mathematics than Hindi. Okay, that's the conclusion there. Third one, examine whether the sum of the marks obtained in social science and mathematics is more than that in science and Hindi. Just study the central angles. That means we need to find out all the central angles only here what they have asked. And just erase this, children. I will get the data of all other angles here. Same formula will obtain here. Whether the sum of the marks obtained in social science and mathematics is more than that in science and Hindi. So let's find out the total marks itself. What we will do is we'll have a calculation only for the marks now. Third part, where we just write down the marks what we know. Hindi, the marks is 105. Mathematics, the marks is 135. Now the marks what we have to find first in, let's find in social science. Okay. So what do we do? Central angle is equal to marks, I will write here now, upon total into 360. For social science children it is 65. I just completed the calculation here, children. Now see, for social science I did the same way. Central angle is equal to marks by total into 360. Wherein I saw that I was getting marks into 2 by 3 always. That we cross multiplied here. 65 into 3 by 2. So when we cross multiply, we got this. Next to science, you know what I did? I just wrote that marks into cross multiplication 3 divided by 2. It became very easy for me because that's the same pattern what I had followed. Social science 97.5, science 120. The actual question here what they have asked is here, examine whether the sum of the marks obtained in social science and mathematics and science and Hindi, which is more. When I add social science and mathematics, total marks what I get is 232.5. Hindi and science when I add I get 225. That means which marks is more here? Sum of social science and mathematics is more than that in science and Hindi. So the marks obtained, the sum of the marks obtained in social science and mathematics is more than the sum of the marks obtained in Hindi and science, right? So with that we complete this exercise. There are few worked examples also based on the pie chart and the circle graph. You can go through so that you will get more and more practice on them. 2 homeworks I have given, please do that. And the next part what we will be studying here is probability.